Hi there, Michael Anderson here, and welcome to this short video where I want to share with you some thoughts, some ideas, some comments about getting started in your own business and things that you need to think about if indeed that's what you're thinking about doing. Now, there are a number of things that you really need to be considering. Some of them are practical, some of them are legal, but one of the most fundamental things is the mental aspect, and that is thinking in the right way. It really is important that you get your mind right, that you have a mind focused on success, that you have a mind that is willing to overcome difficulties and challenges. In fact, getting started, or when you're getting started, possibly the most difficult area is dealing with the doubts that you have in your own mind. I want to say something about that a little bit later on. But the other thing that you really need to think about is getting your offer right. What is it you're offering the world? What is it you're offering your clients, your customers, people who are going to be benefited by you? What is it you're offering? How do you define that? You need to get that really straight in your own mind, because if it's not straight in your mind, then it won't be straight in your customer's mind, and if it's not straight in their mind, they're not going to buy, because a confused mind never buys. You also need to be thinking about how you're going to market yourself, how you're going to present yourself to the world, to your clients, to your customers. And you need to think of that in two ways, one offline and one online. There are offline techniques that you can use and that are absolutely fundamental to any kind of business, and they are just as important now in our technological age and internet age as they ever have been. So it's about building relationships, communicating with people, and being able to make a sale. But also part of that now very much is internet marketing and online promotion. And those of you who have come across me before will know that this is the area where I help freelancers and I help businesses to really develop and grow in their internet strategies. Another thing that you really need to be thinking about is growing and developing. It's relatively easy to set yourself up as a self-employed person, and that's fine, and you get work for yourself, but it's another mentality to think about growing a business, because growing a business means not just using your own labor and your own time and your own talent, which is what self-employment is. It's also about leveraging other people's time, other people's talents, and other people's energies. So they're two slightly different mentalities, and it often is the case that self-employment can lead into business development and business growth that does precisely that and leverages other people's talents, time, money, and energy. Another thing that you should be considering dealing with, and this is a mind thing as well, and that is dealing with failure, because nobody wakes up a roaring success. So you need to have a strategy, a mindset, which is really focused on what will happen if anything bad happens, and being able to cope with that and manage that and deal with the risks that all businesses have when something goes wrong. Now, I'll tell you from my own experience, lots of things can go wrong and lots of things do go wrong, and they will. But don't worry about those, don't fret about those, don't get preoccupied with those. Just have a plan of how you can overcome things when they go wrong. So, for example, you might have a bad promotion, you might have a difficult client, you might have something that goes wrong with one of your workshops or products or services or whatever it is that you offer. And you have to be prepared to be able to deal with that. But don't get preoccupied with it. Another thing that you need to be really clear on, and I've mentioned this earlier and I said I'd come back to it, is your mindset. Now, we've said a couple of things about that already, but this really is a critical aspect of business success. You really have to believe that success is out there waiting for you, and it's there to be grasped with both hands, and that you deserve it. It's not something that you should have to struggle for or really think too hard about. That's not to say that there won't be challenges and there won't be difficulties. There will. But they should come to you as part of your growth, as part of your personal growth and business growth, in a way that the way through them appears relatively straightforward and relatively simple. You just have to put in the work, the energy and the intellect to get through them. Now the easier that is for you to do, the more successful your business will be. And I firmly believe that it can be made easy for everyone if only they have the right ways of thinking about it and approaching difficulties and problems. The biggest mindset problem that this relates to often is fear. When people are starting out, the biggest thing that they have to deal with is fear of failure, fear that it won't work, fear that they're not good enough, fear that they don't have the confidence, and so on. Well, this is such a huge aspect in business success, and most of the business advisors, business coaches, really successful business people out there will talk about this a lot. The importance of self-belief, of confidence, and believing what you're doing is so important. I would say it's about 80% of your success. How you think mentally, how you approach optimism, how tenacious you are, and how much stamina you have in your mind to deal with the difficulties that business will bring. Now, what I'd also like to say is that we've developed a course, and or I should say I've developed a course because I felt that a lot of these issues that I've mentioned here are those that are absolutely critical to success and seem to be those around which people are worrying and fretting and thinking about what shall I do, how shall I do it, and so on. So I've created this course called Your Startup Success. I want you to take a look at this course, but before I do, before I give you the link to it, let me just say a little bit about what it's about. First of all, it covers all of the things that I've mentioned on this video. It covers getting started, how to define your offer, what it is you're offering, how to market yourself offline, how to market yourself online. It deals with how you get your first customers and your first clients. Absolutely critical first step, because if you can get one client, you can get another one. If you can get another one, you can get another one, and so on. It just builds from there. You can create a kind of snowball effect in your business. It deals with all the mindset issues that concern people when they're just starting out. So it deals with all that fear stuff. It deals with self-doubt. It deals with lack of confidence that many people suffer from when they're just starting out. They don't feel they're good enough. They don't feel they know enough. But we have some sessions on that. It also deals with how to work around and through failures and things that go wrong. And it also allows you, this course is quite unique because it allows you to ask a load of questions as they come up for you. Now, the place to go to for this course is yourstartupsuccess.com, www.yourstartupsuccess.com. You can get the course there. We think it's a great course. It's got some fantastic material in it. It's also got a load of exercises that you have to do in order to make progress on it. So it's not just a list of things that are important. It's an actual interactive course whereby you have to answer the questions, deal with the exercises, and take the actions that are necessary. And if I would say one thing about this course, it's that it is action-oriented. It's action-oriented because you could easily go and buy a course from some college or university and you get all the materials and all the stuff, but not take action. The emphasis on this course is absolutely taking action, because if you don't do anything, then nothing's going to happen. You can read a load of stuff, you can listen to a load of stuff, but if you don't actually do anything, then nothing is going to happen. So I want you to take a look at that page, yourstartupsuccess.com. It's got a whole load of stuff there. It's a 10-week course, specially designed for people thinking about starting up their own business but not quite sure what to do or how to do it. This gives you all the answers.